yeah, you crossing the finish line. I was on tears. My family was there. Like, I'm saying sorry to them. Like, man, I lost. I'm sorry. Like, but after a few hours or a few days, even you realize, like, man, this is big. Like,
Yeah.
wow, this is awesome. You finish podium in one Grand Tour. Like, when I crashed in Trofeo La Huelia, if someone gave me a contract and told me, your biggest thing in your life is finish 15 or 50 in a Grand Tour, I will sign. I never thought I can finish second,
Well, g'day guys. That was Esteban Chaves, the smiling assassin, the lovable Colombian. A great episode with him last week. And yes, I have him here for Talking Luft this week. I'm Mitch Stocker. Welcome to Life in the Peloton. This year, as you know, is being brought to you by Rapha. And now I've just got back from an event that I was down this weekend. You know I'm doing all these events this year, these gravel events, mountain bike events. Well, last weekend, I was just doing the Dirty Pig and Whistle down here, not too far where I live in Victoria, in Creswick, cold Creswick apparently, but it was beautiful, a beautiful autumn day, and Rapha sponsors that event as well. They picked out an event, an awesome event, and got behind it. Why, you're probably wondering? Well, it's about this community. Something that I'm discovering now. This beautiful thing about these events is the cycling community. You might be wondering, well, weren't you just riding all these years anyway? But I can tell you, it's so different to the World Tour. The World Tour is its own beast, but being back in this community, this gravel scene, this event scene, I'm falling in love with cycling again, and that's what Rapha's trying to do. They're trying to get everyone to fall in love with cycling, and lo and behold, I'm falling in love with it all over again, going to these events. So it was a great event. If you haven't done that event, or if you haven't done an event, I'm talking about a gravel event, I'm talking about a mountain bike event, or even just a road Grand Fondo, something like that, get over and do one of them. More specifically, get behind a Rapha event too, because they really pick out the good ones, and they make it that much more special. Guys, I'm not going to talk anymore. Sit back and enjoy this one. This is with Esteban Chaves, talking a bit of Luft. All right, here we go. Esteban Chaves, Chicho, the smiling assassin as they call him. Welcome to Talking Luft. This is where we can have some fun now, mate. All right, so this is all about style. So there's 5 topics.
Okay.
Style, food, rituals, culture, and about you. And there's some questions underneath. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. Style. First of all, we always start with cycling caps. Casquettes, capellinos, whatever you want to call them. What is your style? How do you wear your cycling cap? Do you wear it forwards with the brim down? Do you wear it brim up? Do you wear it backwards? What is your style when you go to the podium? What is Esteban Chaves? What is your style, mate?
No, all to the end. That's a little bit like Miguel Indurain and up here,
Oh my gosh. He has just referenced the number one Luft wearer, the best cap wearer in the world, Big Mig. Well done, Esteban. You have passed with flying colours.
He's a man. I don't understand why the people put the hat all to the end. It's not a swimming cap. Come on. It's a cycling cap.
Exactly. It is not a swimming cap. It is not a swimming cap. You need to keep the air under there, the Luft.
Exactly.
That's what we're talking about.
Exactly. Please, don't do that, guys.
Okay, so think about this. You and I never got to do this. Back in the day, back in the 90s and the 80s, they didn't race with a helmet. If you were racing back then, what would your style have been? Would you have had a headband on? Would you have worn a capellino? Would you have worn one of those old leather helmets?
No.
What would your style have been? Just nothing? Just the hair?
No, for sure with a capellino. 100%.
Capellino.
Yeah, 100%. Like Indurain. I will copy Indurain. I think I born in the wrong years. When I saw that races in the 90s, man, I'm just jealous. I just want to be like them. with this capoeiras and this clothing with a black mix, and it's, oh man, what a time, no?
I know exactly. That's why I make this podcast. That is the best times.
It's true.
All right. Well, now this is a bit more recent. When you go out riding now, or when you're in racing, how do you wear your arm warmers? Do you wear your arm warmers over the jersey, or do you wear it underneath the jersey on your sleeve?
Depends. If it's a really cold station and I know it, I will take out. I put under the jersey. If I know it, I will take out. I put over the jersey.
Well done, mate.
And I sometimes in the climb, when it's climbing, I want to look like in the 90s, so I just put out, but I don't take off. I just put on my wrist.
No.
And I just let that, and when it's at top, I just put up again and coming down with the style.
You're doing very well in this, I can tell you. You're very similar to me. Good style. Do you wear gloves or no gloves?
100% gloves. One time in my life, I crashed really bad in one tour of Turkey, and I can't use my hands like for 10 days. This is horrible. So after that, 100% with gloves. Even for training, for everything. I can't understand why the riders do races without gloves. Like even in the cobbles, like the sprinters doing that. That is great.
But even just for comfort, like for sweat, or just water, I don't know. You got to have gloves on. What about socks? Do you put your socks over your leg warmers or under your leg warmers?
Under leg warmers. Under. Of course,
good
under.
Call, mate. If
you put over, all the weather will come in on your shoe, like faster than if you put under the leg warmers.
Under. You need to have a talk to Luke Durbridge because he likes to put the socks over the leg warmers. Can you believe that?
Amateur.
Poor old Durbridge still hasn't caught up. What about your glasses? Over or under the helmet straps?
Wow, that depends of the helmet, because I like to put in the helmet
in the top,
but sometimes are really loose, so I just leave put, because sometimes I try to put like bar widths like in the back, like how to say that, like
wear them reverse on the back of your head,
in the back of your head, but with the hair and the sweating. When you put again, it's completely nasty and dirty, and I like the helmet you can put over the helmet. I like that one.
Do you like to wear the race suit or Nixon jersey?
Nixon jersey. I don't like the...
Very good, mate.
I don't like the suit. Sometimes you use it because it's I don't know, Chaves.S3.E10, last station, the Vuelta, short, but I don't know, I miss the mix, like, and the jersey. Sometimes I don't think golf.
You're a traditionalist. You just like it how it is. You don't need to move with the times. Exactly. I like it.
Exactly.
Let's talk about food. Rice or pasta?
Pasta. I prefer pasta.
At the race, in the morning, do you do a normal breakfast or do you do like a dinner breakfast? You know how some riders have dinner for breakfast? They do like a rice and like omelette and all this stuff, or do you do like a normal breakfast like cereal and things like this? What is your pre-race meal?
I mix it. Yeah.
Oh,
good question. When it's a really hard and tough stage and that stuff, I just do like dinner breaks. But if it's not that hard, I just do like with cereals and normal breaking toast, apple toast, like that stuff. Good medicine cereal.
You enjoy it.
Yeah, and I like to enjoy now. So I learned that for you guys, like you and even Durbo, Bill, like enjoy that moment for eating your breaking and have a nice chat, have a nice coffee. So you can make the toast, put some avocado. The chef, if it's possible, make you a really nice omelette and you just put there, pepper, salt. Oh, delicious.
That's what I like to hear. When you walk into the bus, what is your favorite race food? You walk up to the bus and, back in the day, Oski or someone was preparing the race food and you see them, they've prepared something and you think, yes. What is your favorite race food?
Oh, man. Very nice was the Basque tart,
The Basque cake. I was hoping you'd say that. Oh my God, I think we've got the same answers here. This is ridiculous. The Basque cake. Explain what that was. What was that cake?
It's like, that in Italy they use the crostata, which is this cake with a ham. But in Basque is this cake also, but they have this Basque, they call like Basque cream or Basque flavor.
Yeah, it's a bit like custard, but it's not custard. It's not so sweet. I don't know. It's something. I don't know. It's the whole thing together. It's just this beautiful little cake with custard in it.
Exactly, and it's pretty dangerous because you came up to the bar and it's the coffee machine there, and you have like 1 hour to go to the start, and it's that cake there, and then it's just take a coffee and with the cake, but the cake they just put in half. So if you eat half, you need to eat the other half. But it's too long to the finish line, to the start line. So you eat that, you eat another. Man, I love it, that one.
Yeah, me too. That was my downfall in the Vuelta for sure. The Basque cakes. Oh God, I love those things. When you go training, Esteban, are you a coffee stop guy? Do you like to stop for coffee?
Yeah, I love to stop for coffee, but at the end of the ride. I don't like some guys doing at the middle of the ride. I join because if you're in a group, you don't want to be the annoying one, But always I put I say to the group, like, man, we do it at the end of the ride, like maybe 20 minutes to do a ride home, or 15 minutes, or even in the town you finish. I like the moment when you sit and you order your coffee, the person gave you the coffee and you have a chat with the boys. But I love it that at the end of the ride, because in the middle, when you put the helmet down, and you put it again and it sweat, man, and it start like another part, like another 2 hours of training, whatever. I don't know. I don't like that sensation.
Doesn't feel right. No, I get it. So when you stop for a coffee at the end of the ride, what do you get? Do you get like lunch, or do you get something sweet? What is your thing to get at the coffee shop?
Oh, sweet. Like,
sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, always sweet.
I'm more like a sweet boy. So I always say like American coffee, and one cake is in the shop, or croissant, or Basque cake, or crostata. For salty, when I arrive home, I take a lunch. But for a ride, it's always sweet.
Sweet. What about what coffee do you get? Are you a filter man, or do you like espresso coffee?
No, I prefer filter or French press.
Press,
French press. Like chemist. What do you say? Chemist. Like that one, you put the filter and with the paper.
Chemex. Yeah, right. Chemex. You get to that level. I didn't know you were a full coffee man, are you?
Yeah. I like that one. Espresso, sometimes I have the feeling, because it's too hot, the water, when it passes into the machine, just the coffee loses that properties and that flavor they gave to us. So with the other, like the filters, you can feel the different flavors. This my thing.
And we're talking to a true, real Colombian coffee connoisseur here. I like it. Very good. What about Esteban, the cheat meal? The one meal, you've done 6-7 hours, you get home, you're just like, that's it. I don't care. I'm off the diet today. I'm having the cheat meal. What is it? What is that cheat meal for you? What's that one thing you go, today, I'm going to enjoy that?
Pizza. I'm a pizza boy.
Pizza
diavola with a hot oil, like picante. You put oil, man.
Chili oil.
That one with a beer.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I like it. All right, let's move on. Rituals, crosswinds or mountains?
Mountain. I hate crosswinds.
Training or racing?
Hey, both. I like both. Training, I like, but I race until one point, like, I need to race. And sometimes in the race or in the season, you're like, I just want 15 days of train home,
What about best and worst roommate? Who's the best and who's the worst roommate?
The best? Wow, hard question because you put me here on the under the wall.
Okay.
No, but I'm a really good roommate with Billy and Mikkel maybe.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, Mikkel maybe.
And worst? Me.
No.
Have we even roomed together? Maybe back in the day. Maybe once or twice.
One Vuelta we did.
You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Vuelta, at the end of the Vuelta, stage 21.
Yeah.
You took a photo of me when I was asleep on the bed.
It's true. No, you're a really really good roommate. And the worst, no, I
can't think of anyone.
No.
That's fine.
No.
It is a hard question. What about this? You come in the bus, it's a long transfer, and the DS gets up, you're tired, middle of a Grand Tour, and he goes, guys, it's a long way to go. We need 2 guys to go in the car. And you're thinking to yourself, it's just the same speed. Like, what did you do? Did you go in the car or did you stay in the bus? Are you a car man or are you a bus man?
Bus, 100% bus. Even if I know it, the car will arrive 1 hour before. Even if it's 100% sure that is the thing, I go to the bus. Man, the bus is the low.
Do you have a seat on the bus that you always sit?
Yeah, I doesn't really like it in the front. Like I like in the middle, so I can chat with the guys in the front, but also with the guys in the back.
Mate, we are very, very similar here. I was a middleman because the front, people can access you too easy. Everyone walks on the front of the bus, hey. And at the back, the DSs are sort of at the back always.
Exactly.
So you get in the middle and you're hidden. I like that area. Very good. Last question of rituals. How do you pass the salt when you're at the dinner table? So you say, I'm on the other side of the dinner table and I say, Esteban, can you pass the salt to me? How do you do it? Do you give it to me in my hand? Or?
Yeah, I just take it and give you in the hand. Like I don't trust the people put in the table. It's not
true. Wow. You don't believe in it?
No, I don't believe in that. It's bullshit. Come on. You believe in that?
Very good. No, I don't. But I find it so ridiculous because this is such a cycling thing. It comes from Italy. This tradition, this sort of superstition.
Yeah.
You don't believe in it. Lovely.
I don't believe in that.
All right, let's move on to the next thing. Culture. Favorite rider of all time?
Indurain. He's a man.
Favorite rider right now?
Right now? Whoa, this is a good question. I really like Valverde. Valverde is, I like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, Valverde. I say Valverde.
Best moment in a race, like in the race, there's that period where you go, it might be like for you when you clip in the neutral zone, or maybe it's you finally get to the last kilometer and you think, I love this bit, the last K. Or it could be when the breakaway goes. What is the best moment for you in the race?
No, I love at this point when it's really intense because the peloton is carrying a lot of pressure because something is not winning on the Grand Tour. Like sometimes that happens a lot in the third week. So everyone is super tired, but everyone is also super strong because you are in the third week, and if you are there, you are strong. But everyone have a really hard legs and painful, and some teams are under the pressure because it's not victory. So everyone can go to the break because it's 100% possible the breakaway will arrive. So it's like 1 hour up and down, and everyone is attacking. And when finally the breakaway goes with a good combination, and the people stop for peace, it's like, man, this is the moment. I love it.
Very good build up. That is such a good moment because then as a rider, it's over. Yes, I can relax.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so good. Okay, on the other side, the worst moment in a race for you. What is that one bit where you go, I hate this bit. Why?
Sometimes the peloton have that speed, especially now when it's one line, always like 200 riders in one line. This speed, which is not hard, but it's not easy, it's just annoying. Like it's not hard enough to get the body warm and avoid the pain, but it's not already easy it's not that easy that you just going easy on the pedal.
You can talk or anything. You have to stay in the position.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not hard enough for me to really get intense, but I can't really eat. I have to stay in this position. It's annoying.
It's annoying, and sometimes the bunch going to the wind is a little bit of crosswind, but it's not enough for...
On the side of the road,
oh,
yeah.
Man, I hate that, and you need to be focused, and you, in that point, is just, okay, we race, you know, like, no, I don't like that speed.
What is your favorite kit of all time and the favorite team? Maybe they're two different things. Maybe you used to go, I used to love the kit of that team, but I didn't love the roster. Or maybe you go, I love the roster of that team, but I hated the kit. Or maybe it's a combination. What is, for you, in the history of teams, your favorite kit and team?
It's a different kit, which was really nice, but the onset team, you know, when they use, but the one they use in the tour, the pink.
The pink one. Yeah, that's a really good call.
That was sick. And for a team, no, probably also the Once, because they are super, super aggressive, and they know they don't have the biggest roster during the Tour de France or wherever. They try to do everything for beat Miguel, you know, and Miguel just came and beat them, but they tried like really hard, like a team with a different nationalities, to beat this guy in the flats, in the climbs, in the downhills. So it's pretty aggressive team, and I like it, that story.
That's a good answer. I very like that answer. Tell me the last one for this culture, cobbles or gravel?
Gravel. Look at me. I'm 56 kilograms, boy. Come on. I'm scared of cobbles. I never done, and I wish, and I cross my fingers, I will never do it. Oh, man. No. That looks nasty.
Last topic about you, headphones. When you got your headphones in, what is playing in your headphones? Is it music? Is it podcasts? What sort of music do you like listening to?
I'm listening music. I'm not a really podcast boy. So mostly of the time is music, or sometimes news from Colombia. But mostly of the time music, and international music in English, Spanish, like more or less.
Reggaeton?
Reggaeton, salsa, pop, like a bit of everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Do you read books or do you watch Netflix?
Both. But in the races, I'm more a book boy. In home, sometimes Netflix. But in the races, I take always a book, one or two. I'm reading a book, help me for go to bed and disconnect. Because sometimes when you in this Netflix thing, you just too much emotions, likes, and now I'm getting old. Before probably I used to do Netflix, but now more books and
BWS, beer, wine, or spirits. What is your poison? What is your drink of choice?
If I'm with friends and if for a summer, you know, like in a terrace, on a barbecue, I enjoy a beer. But if we are in a dinner in a good restaurant, or I doing a dinner here, I really like to cook. So if I'm doing dinner, that one glass of wine is good.
Both. Well, I'll let you get away with that one, because normally I say you have to choose one, but you had a good explanation. What about CCC? Cheese, cake, or chocolate?
Wow. Can be a cake with a cheese and chocolate.
Well done, you tricky bastard. Oh, God.
We can say a cheesecake, chocolate cheesecake.
A chocolate cheesecake. Well done, mate. That's very good. Very crafty. Favorite cross-training exercise? Do you have one exercise that you like to do that isn't riding? Something that isn't to do with cycling. Do you do anything else that's not cycling? Do you like to go running, hiking, rock climbing, skipping?
Yeah.
I don't know. What is your cross-training exercise?
I really like to run. I was a runner before. I started.
Wow.
I started like a runner before doing cycling. So when it's possible during the season, I enjoy to run. It's pretty nice because you just put your sneakers and go out. Not much preparation, and with 40 minutes, it's hard enough. So I enjoy run.
Second last question here. Tell me about, everyone's got one of these. It's called a war story. It's one of those days when you just know, it pops into your head and you think, that day. Typically, it's a Giro day. I say that. Most people have war stories from a Giro day. But maybe you have a day from the Basque Country. I don't know. That race looks like hell too. One of those days where you go, you're never going to know. This was the worst day ever. Tell me about your war story.
Giro d'Italia, brother. Giro d'Italia.
There we go.
In 2018. So that happened with the Epstein Barr, is when explode everything there. Instead of get off of the race, I keep pushing, and I arrived to the circuit in Rome. Last stage, the worst circuit ever on the line.
Ever.
The worst circuit ever.
It was just cobbles.
Super hard. And man, I was the last man on the group. Not even on the group. I was the last man on the route with a motorbike and ambulance behind me. My family was next on the route, and the first guys went to the break, lapped me, and the Peloton lapped me. So I just want to finish the Giro d'Italia because I fight super hard, and I just remember the last lap. I say to the judge, like, these guys will lap me. I need to do an extra lap, or I will finish and you will qualify me to the finish line. And the guy told me, like, no, you just finish. You don't do that extra lap, and we'll qualify you. And I did that last lap just in tears, crying like a little boy, and asking to myself, like, what is going on with me? I can't stay on the wheel. So that is that day,
Oh my gosh, that is a day, Esteban. I think maybe this question is hard to answer after that, because you're probably wondering why you're riding a bike. But the last question is, for you, what is the best thing about riding a bike?
The best thing is all these values is around cycling, all these discipline the cycling gave you, the friendships, the leadership, the teamwork. You need to be clean. You need to look after yourself. You need to look after your teammates. You need to travel around the world. You need to understand what other people is come from and why they act like that. Like all these values have cycling is the more beautiful thing in cycling.
Mate, that is awesome. That is one of the best talking lufts that I've had. Very, very good, mate. You're very similar style to me. I didn't expect it. But well done, Chicho. Great to have you on the podcast. I've really enjoyed chatting to you the last couple of weeks.
Mate, thank you very much. And yes, next time we will do it again.
There we have it. I know they're always a cracker, those talking lufts. I hope you enjoyed it. Esteban Chaves, the last 2 weeks, has been a great guest. I'm so happy I got him on the pod, and I'm sure you guys enjoyed listening to him as much as I enjoyed talking to him as well. There's also something else I'd really like to make mention this week. On Friday the 27th of May, Very Special Kids is holding their 5th annual Autumn Classic event. It's a virtual cycling race raising funds for children and young people with life-limiting conditions and their families. If you're in Melbourne, visit the event at Very Special Kids, 321 Glenferrie Road, Malvern on Friday the 27th of May. The racing starts at 7 a.m. and will run till about 11 a.m. There'll be coffee, breakfast, barbecue, and it'll be great watching the racing as well. It'll be virtual racing and including my old mate, green jersey winner, Baden Cook, Tour de France green jersey winner. He'll be there as well. Support the event at www.vsk.org.au/Autumn Classics. It's for a really, really good cause, and I'm more than happy to talk about that on the podcast because this is something I'd love to get behind too. Get down there and check it out. Big thanks goes out to Lara behind the scenes who's putting this together. Of course, our major sponsor, Rapha. As you know, I'm a big fan. I'm sure you guys are too. Will Jones, who pieces these episodes together. And of course, you guys for listening. Another episode will be right there for you next week. I hope you've been enjoying the Giro. So until then, guys, cheers. The music in this episode was composed by Pete Shelley. Cheers, mate.